Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Monday, August 10th, 2026. Well, this is one very unusual day amid a series of unusual days recently. The sun today is at 17, moving to 18 degrees of grand and glorious fire sign Leo, always in the gold, of course, here for the sun-ruled sign of Leo. And of course, the sun is in its rulership, meaning this is Leo month, ruled by the sun. Now, the moon today is also in its rulership. The moon rules the ultra-sensitive, often moody, but generally nurturing water sign of Cancer. And that's where the moon is today, moving through the mid to late degrees of water sign Cancer. But today the moon is void of course, meaning it's not making a single connection. A void of course moon means that it's already finished with connecting to the last planet before it connects with the next sign. So if there is a big space of energy, as there is because most of the planets these days are in the very early or the very late degrees of the different signs, sometimes the moon can go 24 hours or even more without connecting a single planet. Today, the void is more than 24 hours because there ain't nothing happening here today until the moon actually moves into Leo in moving towards the big new moon solar eclipse on Wednesday. But today, nothing happening at all, which means things may tend to fall flat because void of course moons means it's not a great time to initiate matters. Things tend not to work out. And of course, a Cancer moon is, we're all up in our feels anyway under a sensitive Cancer moon. So there's that going on. Not only that, if you order right now, you'll also get Venus, a planet of love, affection, beauty, the arts, and money and general harmony in life, also in its home sign of Libra. Of course, Venus rules both Taurus and Libra. Today it's at 4 degrees of Libra. Does 4 degrees ring a bell? That's where the Barbault basket had all those planets congregating at just a week or two ago. Now today, Venus is at 4 degrees of Libra, making harmonious flowing trine to power planet Pluto, sitting at 4 degrees of Aquarius, which is very passionate, highly sexed. It's good for relationships. It's it is really sexual, but it's passion more in the general sense of the term, going deep rather than just keeping on the surface of matters. 11:09 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when that's exact. 2:09 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 7:09 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So that's good for relationships if you've really got something going on and you want to go deeper. Then in the afternoon, moving toward the evening, we have Venus still at 4 degrees of Libra, making a direct opposition to Neptune, the planet of creativity and spirituality, on the higher end of things, but also illusion, delusion, and confusion on the lower end of things. Venus opposite Neptune is called the fall in love transit. Sometimes with a beautiful image, it's just fantasy and imagination, which could be very good for you creative artists. So both of these Venusian aspects are very good for art and creativity, not just the bedroom. Venus opposite Neptune occurs at 3:02 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 6:02 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 11:02 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So if you find yourself involved with somebody today and it's getting hot and heavy, and then you discover it's kind of not there on the emotional level, I won't be terribly surprised under these aspects. But in any case, it's really good for artistry, and so there's a whole lot going on today, so you may make of it what you will in your own life. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website. Please do. starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy today, no matter what.